Deep within the heart of the Appalachian Mountains, hidden away from civilization, lay an ancient forest known as Whispering Pines. This dense and foreboding woodland had earned its ominous reputation over centuries, and most locals dared not venture near it after dark. The air hung heavy with an unsettling stillness, and the whispering of the leaves seemed to carry secrets only the forest could comprehend. On a chilly autumn evening, Sarah, a curious young woman with an adventurous spirit, decided to explore the mysteries of Whispering Pines. Armed with a backpack, a flashlight, and her unwavering determination, she set off alone into the unknown. As she ventured deeper into the forest, the daylight gradually waned, casting eerie shadows between the towering trees. Sarah's footsteps were the only sounds that disrupted the ominous silence. Her flashlight cut through the darkness, revealing gnarled roots and ancient moss-covered stones beneath her feet. Hours passed, and Sarah's initial excitement gave way to an unsettling sense of unease. She noticed the trees seemed to close in around her, their branches forming a suffocating canopy overhead. The whispering of the wind through the leaves took on an unsettling tone, as if the forest itself was trying to communicate with her. Suddenly, Sarah heard a faint, mournful cry in the distance. Her heart raced as she followed the sound, stumbling over tree roots and tangled underbrush. It led her to a dilapidated cabin, its timbers weathered and rotting. The door creaked open with a ghostly groan, and Sarah cautiously stepped inside. The interior was shrouded in darkness, with only the faintest glimmers of moonlight seeping through cracks in the walls. Sarah's flashlight flickered and died, leaving her in pitch-black darkness. She strained her ears to listen for any sound, but all she could hear was her own frantic breathing. Just as panic began to set in, a soft, ghostly whisper brushed against her ear. "Why are you here, Sarah?" it murmured. She spun round, but saw nothing. The voice seemed to surround her, coming from all directions at once. "I don't know," Sarah stammered, her voice trembling. A soft, chilling laugh echoed through the cabin. "You should not have come, Sarah. This is our domain." In the dim moonlight, Sarah saw the faint outlines of figures emerging from the shadows. They were spectral and translucent, their eyes filled with sadness and anger. They reached out to her with bony, skeletal hands, their fingers icy cold to the touch. Sarah turned and fled from the cabin, crashing through the underbrush in blind terror. The forest seemed to conspire against her, as if it wanted to keep her forever. She could feel the presence of the spirits pursuing her, their whispers growing louder and more insistent with each passing step. Just when she thought she could run no more, Sarah burst from the edge of the forest and tumbled into the moonlit clearing, gasping for breath. She looked back at the dark expanse of Whispering Pines, vowing never to return. To this day, Sarah cannot forget the haunting whispers of the forest or the spectral figures that dwell within. She warns anyone who will listen never to enter the depths of Whispering Pines, for it is a place where the living should never tread and the dead never rest. Follow and like this video for more horror stories. Thanks for listening me.